The very last step in the final report is completing Section E. Now, there are two pieces of Section E here that are important to note. The exclamation point comment here indicates that there's an attestation sheet that you need to sign. It's a separate piece of paper that you hand sign and scan or fax back to us, or simply take a photo of it with your handwritten signature. We cannot accept a mechanical signature here. It has to be your own handwritten signature. And this is the merit-based program proponent attestation sheet. And all this sheet does is declare that the information you're providing us in your final report is accurate and truthful to the best of your knowledge. You'll sign that, you'll date that, and then in addition, you'll indicate your first and last name and the date that you completed this final report, enter that information, save the document, and then you're done. That's the entire final reporting process for merit. So one by one, simply go through the PDF file we sent you that says for proponent completion, review the information we've already provided in here, enter information into the blank spaces should you need to do that. An example here is if your schedule changed. In this case, the schedule did not change, so this proponent is leaving this box blank. And also, there are no changes to this proponent's scope, so in addition, they're not going to indicate any scope changes here. In Section B, we talked about indicating whether you completed your project and telling us why you didn't if you could not complete in this box here. We talked about the funded activities in your project. These are the activities we approved for funding and merit support. We have them listed for your project, and we have a maximum approved budget amount for each of these activities. Your job on the form is simply to indicate what your actual paid cost was for each of these, and then we calculate what the difference between the budget and the actual, and that's listed in the variance here. You indicate what your prior payments were for merit in any of the prior claim periods that we've dealt with in terms of your claim period submissions. Any proponent cash you put into the project, any other funding sources, indicate those here. In Section C, we're asking you to confirm the diesel, propane, or natural gas reductions, whatever is applicable to your project. Some of you may have only switched away from one of these fuels. Some of you may have switched away from two of them. Depending on your situation, you're to complete 1 to 3 forms here, or these tables. If your project only reduced diesel, you're only going to fill out the diesel table. If your project reduced diesel and propane, then you'll fill out the diesel and the propane table and stop there. In Section D, we just want you to respond to the verbal questions here in writing, and so just click on the text box and type away, give us your answers there, and hit save after you've done that at the top of the page to capture that information so we get that back from you intact. And then the last page here, Section E, you're going to complete your first and last name and the date that you completed this report. You're also going to look at the merit program attestation sheet. This sheet is a declaration that the information you've provided in the final report is truth. And then you sign that with your handwritten signature and date that on the day of your signature. The final report and your attestation form is all we need you to send us back. So send us 2 attachments, the Word file, which is your attestation form, which is signed by you and saved, and your PDF file, which is the final report with all your inputs in it, again, saved, so it captures all the inputs you provided into this form. You can print the information and read through it to double check it before you submit it to us. Once you've checked your information to make sure it's accurate, save the file one more time and then email it to us. We'll include the email address in the submission package for your final reporting. If you have any questions, reach out. We'll be happy to walk you through the process. Thanks very much, and good luck with your merit reporting.